In the past, physicians all practiced in a very traditional way, telling patients what to do. Now, patients tell physicians what they want. So, there's been an emphasis in recent years on helping physicians with shared decision-making and how to communicate with patients. Healthcare professionals want information in 3 different levels. So first of all, the clinical trial data, secondly, real-world data, and thirdly, real-world experience. Peer-to-peer exchange in terms of real-world experience has been around forever, and physicians used to talk with people in their own institution or people they met at meetings. But now it's different because they have access to so many more physicians through social media.
A few years ago, our company launched a new digital experience that was really geared towards 3 different buyer types: patients, HCPs, and laboratorians. And we have used that digital experience and those educational websites to drive content to those specific customers and buyer types. By leveraging search engine optimization, we've been able to drive that content to the customers that are looking for that type of education at that time.
So pharmaceutical brands engage customers and educate customers through several different mechanisms. Of course, the more traditional ways include direct personal communication, peer discussion groups, symposia, and even advertising in print. Some of the other ways of engaging customers include digital means through using new technologies at conferences and engaging through digital advertising, digital promotion, through email and other virtual means. So one of the great things about my role, supporting a pretty diverse region that extends from Canada to the Persian Gulf, is that I get to see a lot of different approaches to engaging with customers, and even get to see how sharing best practices from some countries that seem like they're very diverse and wouldn't have anything in common can really help jumpstart some new ways of thinking.
What we're trying to really make sure is that Elsevier serves as a valve. It's really a 2-way street. There's both communication from physicians through their behavior and through their responses, and the pharmaceutical companies. So what we really want to make sure is that everything that we're doing to deliver that is something that the physician or the clinician is going to need, is going to use. They may not have specifically requested it, but we've determined through data tracking, mining, that it is something that's going to be relevant to them. We really want to move away from this kind of billboard style of media and presenting that sort of marketing, and make everything more personalized and tailored. The world's accustomed to the Amazoning of their experience. We really want to make sure that each individual healthcare is being presented information through our channels from pharmaceutical companies that can directly help improve their therapeutic care to their patients.
So HCPs have always been involved in patient education, and it's not just the physician, it's also nurses and other healthcare professionals that are spending the most time interacting with patients. Depending on the rules for any specific market, pharmaceutical companies can play a smaller or bigger role in supporting that information exchange and patient education between the HCP and the patient.
Pharmaceutical companies can provide content not only by making it easily accessible to patients, but it has to be digestible too. So when a patient goes home, they know what to expect, they know why they might be having a side effect, they know when they can expect to achieve a clinical response. And by giving a patient that information, and by a pharmaceutical company or a brand equipping a doctor to provide that information to a patient, we can also help alleviate some of the pressures on the office.
We've also utilized patient advocacy groups to collaborate with to help deliver, especially for patient resources. We believe that meeting the patient or the customer where they are and where they're getting their information from becomes critical to being able to deliver that type of education to the customer. HCPs are really positioned now to also take advantage of delivering digital content to their patients, especially while HCPs are utilizing telehealth so much more so now than ever before.